Hey YouTube, it's Kara. I have a new background right now, but don't fear, I decided not to film in my room today because my room is so messy that I just didn't have the time to clean it, and I'm alone in my house right now, so that is why I'm filming in my playroom. So, alright, so the first thing that I'm going to be doing is a book review over Lola and the Boy Next Door. And then I'm going to go over the books that I'm currently reading. Okay, so let's talk about what this book is about. This book is about a girl named Lola who is really into costumes and fashion, but not just regular fashion, like costume fashion, like the sparkly, crazy kind of fashion. And she has a rocker boyfriend and all that fun stuff. But then next door to her, these two twins moved back, and they're the Bell twins, and they're named Calliope and Cricket. And Cricket is someone that she's always kind of liked, and so now he's starting to talk to her again, so she has to deal with her feelings for him. And that's basically just the plot in a nutshell. There's more to it, but I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, so I just want to start by saying this book was 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I'm gonna give it an A+. I think I should start doing A's, B's, and C's instead of 1s and 5s and all that, because it's more, I don't know, easier to. So I give this book an A+. It was awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna put it down just for a second because it's heavy. The first thing I want to talk about were the characters. My favorite characters were Lola's fathers and Cricket. Because her fathers reminded me of Mitchell and Cameron from Modern Family. If you guys watch that show, you'll know who I'm talking about. Nathan reminded me of Cameron, and Andy reminded me of Mitchell. So I thought they were hilarious because I have two moms. So the fact that she had two dads, it was just kind of, it was a little relatable for me because I kind of understand how the two, like, times two thing is coming from. But I thought that was really funny, and they were really funny. And also I liked Cricket because, you know, he's the love interest, and of course Stephanie Perkins, who wrote the book. I always forget to mention the author. Stephanie Perkins wrote this book. She also wrote Anna and the French Kiss, and Lola and the Boy Next Door is a companion novel to Anna and the French Kiss. So I would recommend go reading Anna first and then Lola. And the next book that Stephanie Perkins is coming out with is Ilsa and the Boy in the Happily Ever After. Ilsa and the Happily Ever. Yeah. So what I wanted to talk about was Stephanie Perkins, who wrote these books, has one of the best abilities to connect the love interest to the reader, that you really feel emotions when the protagonist does. Because I find that really entertaining when I also am kind of falling in love with the same boy that she is. So that's why I like Cricket, because I was kind of a little biased. I kind of like him. Let's see. The only thing that I didn't quite care for in this book was in the very beginning when the Bell twins moved back. It's almost like she can't even function correctly because she's so freaked out. We don't know why at that point, but I kind of when I finally found out why she was so upset, like what the past was. I was kind of like, oh, that wasn't that climactic. So I feel like that was a little bit over dramatic, just a little. I mean, I didn't feel like her reaction to seeing him was really warranted for what had gone down. But that's just my opinion. So that's the only thing that I didn't like. I liked everything else besides that. What else? Yeah, so the plot. I think this plot was really, really wonderfully paced. It wasn't slow and it wasn't too fast. It was just right. It kind of, let's see, it kind of reminded me of this one series that I read, Daughters of the Moon. Not because of the plot, because of the descriptions of the costumes that Lola wears. Because in the Daughters of the Moon, all the girls, when they go out, they put on these really fancy clothes, and kind of reminded me of that. And it was really fun to read because I used to be a costumes guru. Not necessarily costumes, I was all into high fashion and all that stuff. I had like pink hair, whatever. But so it was really fun to read. And also, I personally identified really well with Lola because I have, 2 gay parents, and I loved fashion when I was a junior in high school. And I never really had a love interest like cricket. One day, hopefully. But I kind of understood where she was coming from in some of the aspects. And also, I just want to go ahead and point out that I wish that my house was close enough that I could talk to someone through my window, because that would be so much fun if I had like a best friend that lived next door. Because I live, in like Texas, where the houses are at least like 20 feet away from each other. So whatever. But yeah, so that's basically my book review. I definitely recommend that you go check out Lola and the Boy Next Door because it is fabulous. And the color of the actual book is a gorgeous greenish blue kind of. And also, you guys have probably already know this, but if you're just tuning in now to my channel, then I'll show you if I can find it. She signed my copy. Yay! Always, always, always be yourself. So that's awesome. So now I have finished this book that everyone's been talking about. Now I can watch other people's reviews because I don't like to watch reviews unless I've read the book. Okay, so I'm just going to talk really fast about what I'm currently reading. I had a problem picking out one book to read because there's so many that I want to read that I picked out 4. So I'm just going to be reading them in intervals. Like, I'm not sure which one I'm going to finish first, but so I'm just going to show you really quick what I'm reading. I'm reading Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, and I'm currently almost halfway done with it because I started this in the summer and I never got around to finishing it. I just put it down because it was boring me, but I think I'm ready to pick it back up. So the second book that I am reading is The Iron King by Julie Kagawa, I believe is how you pronounce her name. I'm not 100% sure. I'm only on page 16, so I really don't know much about it at all. But I heard from Chapter Chicks, that it's really awesome. So Jessica, this is one of her favorite books, so I definitely want to pick it up. I have 2 more that I'm reading 4 books at once, you guys. Please tell me if that's crazy, because I've done it before, so I don't know. The next book that I am reading The Sea Monsters by Rick Riordan, this is book 2 in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, and I'm on page like 66, so I'm about that way. Yay! But I'm that way finished. So far it's really great, of course. And the last book that I have not started reading yet, but I will probably today after this video, is Leviathan by Scott Westerfeld. So yeah, those are all 4 books that I'm reading right now. They're all pretty different, actually. This is a steampunk novel. Rick Riordan's book is middle grade kind of adventure. This one's fairies. And this one's a classic. So I feel like, I just couldn't pick which one I wanted to stick with, so I picked 4. Yeah. Anyway, let me know how you guys thought of Lola and the Boy Next Door. If you want to read my review, it's on my Goodreads channel, so go check that out. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.